You know, folks, I know that I sound like a broken record. And to tell you the truth, I feel like a broken record most of the time because I just keep saying, how low can Donald Trump go before someone finally steps in and says, that was too low? What line could he possibly cross that they would step in and say, you've crossed the line? How far could he go before someone finally steps in and says, hey, wait a minute, you've gone too far? Do you guys remember Kathy Griffin, the comedian who held up the bloodied head of Donald Trump? Do you remember how everyone just crucified her for that? That said, oh, you can't threaten violence on a president. You can't have that. And they pretty much ended her career. People on all sides of the fence was saying, yeah, that was pretty bad. But now the front runner of the Republican Party, their front runner, who's going to end up being the nominee to run for the president of the United States, shares a video of these two trucks going down the road. And on the back of the tailgate, they have an image of Joe Biden being kidnapped. Tell me this isn't going over the line. Roll the clip. I mean, what do you say at this point? Because I'm already seeing people defending that. I'm already seeing it. I saw one commenter say, hey, man, you guys are saying that Donald Trump posted that image. It wasn't that he posted an image. He posted a video of a truck that had the image on the back of it. That is the type of stupidity that we are dealing with here, folks. That is the type of lunacy and derangement syndrome that we are dealing with. This is not normal. In no world is it normal. There is no place where this is normal. And in any other time in American history, that right there would have disqualified any president, anyone running for any office anywhere. If you was running for the smallest job in the smallest town in the smallest state, that would do you in. They would say enough's enough. No, you can't run for office. You can't hold that position. If you held a job and you shared something like that with your boss, in that imagery, you would be fired immediately. You would be banned from the whole company. You would never be able to be rehired back, I promise you. And this guy just keeps getting passes. They just keep stepping up and telling us, we're taking it out of context, man. You guys are getting all worked up and spreading hyperbole. No, we're not taking these things out of context. These are things that he's saying, and these are images that he's sharing, and I don't give a damn if it was on the back of someone else's truck. He saw that and thought it was a good idea to repost it. And when he saw that, he did not have a problem with that image on that bumper. And he'll probably come out and say, well, just because I repost something don't mean I agree with it. I just find it interesting. That's a bullshit cop-out. Let me tell you something. If you see me share something or you see me repost something, it's not just because I found it interesting. It's because I agreed with it or because I wanted to call it out for the bullshit that it was. This has gotten so far out of hand, and we keep allowing people to normalize this, and we can't. This is not normal behavior in no world. And for all the people out there that says, well, you're taking things out of context, or he didn't mean it that way, you have to understand the audience that he's talking to, okay? You truly have to understand the audience that he is talking to. He is talking to deranged people who are ready to go to bat for him, who are sitting back and plotting how they can go to bat for him. When they see that image, it triggers something inside of them that's not in the rest of us, that's not in everyday people, that's got a voice of reason in their head. These are people who have denounced the voice of reason and haven't had one in a long time, and they're never going to have one. These are people who are bound and tied up in conspiracy theories. These are people who buys into that type of rhetoric. These are people who have been told and have been led to believe that they're being erased from history and that their way of life is being attacked and that everyone's coming after them and trying to force their lifestyle on them. And these people are angry and they're pissed off and they're ready to rumble. And when they see that kind of thing, it is a call to arms to them. That is not, they're not just going to see that and go, there's none of the people I'm referring to are going to see that and go, well, that was distasteful, or, oh, we wouldn't really do that. They're going to see that and pump their fist and say, hell yeah, that's what we're about. That's what we're going to do. And that is the type of people that he just keeps agitating. He just keeps poking at. And again, I know I sound like a broken record and I feel like a broken record making these same points over and over. And I know I've said this before, but for everyone new here and for those in the back, I'm going to share this one more time. Now, just imagine if I started sharing a rumor, and let's just say that I shared a rumor that Joe Rogan slept with Brock Lesnar's wife. I had no proof of it, no evidence of it whatsoever. But I shared it anyway, and I told it anyway. I told Brock Lesnar that. I got him all worked up and pissed off. And Joe Rogan's going, but I didn't do it. I have proof. I've never met this lady, never been around her. I don't know what this guy's talking about. He's crazy. Brock, don't listen to him. And I just kept sharing images. I just kept sharing things and poking at him. And then I looked at Brock one day and said, yeah, Brock, if you don't fight like hell, buddy, he's going to sleep with her again. What do you think Brock Lesnar would do? What do you think would happen? It's ridiculous. He's talking to people who he has gotten worked up with lies and conspiracy theories, and he's throwing more lies and conspiracy theories and imagery like that at them, though they don't have a voice of reason to start with. And when he throws that at them, what's going to happen? What do you honestly think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to be reasonable? They're not. In no world are they ever going to be reasonable. And in no world is this normal. And in any world, that should be disqualifying. That's it. That's enough. The bell should have rang a long time ago, okay? Remember back when Jim Ross yelled, stop the damn match? Well, we should have stopped the damn match a long, long time ago. My vote would have been when he first came down the escalator. That's when I said this is bullshit. But hey, okay. After all we've been through, after all we've witnessed, after all we've seen him say, I've sat here and showed clip after clip after clip after clip. And it ain't me taking it out of context. It's me showing you what he said. And I give you the context and say, hey, look, this is what he said. And this is who he's saying it to. You have to ask yourself, who is he saying these things to? Is he saying them to the most reasonable, sensible people in the world? Because if he was, they would write it off and wouldn't take it serious. No, he's saying it to people who he knows will get worked up into a frenzy over him because that's what he wants. He wants to muddy the water and distort the argument so bad with this WWE-style rhetoric that people will look past everything that he's doing. He's getting everybody so worked up in this story that they're not looking at reality. And if you truly are someone who your whole life has been a Republican, I'm going to tell you something. That's not the Republican Party of your grandfathers. Hell, it ain't even the Republican Party of Dick Cheney at this point. Okay? That's really saying a lot. I was talking to my dad the other day, and I actually uttered the words, I kind of miss Dick Cheney. And my dad looked at me and said, that's bad. You really shouldn't say that. And I said, yeah, but that's kind of where we are. Folks, we just have to keep calling it out. And we have to keep letting people know that it's not normal. Because when this is all over and the dust finally settles and we're trying to figure out how the hell we ever ended up in this boat, I promise you, we're going to be on the right side of history. At least there's that.